Hello my fellow crafters, welcome to Inspiration for Cards. Today I'm going to be making a card and I'm going to be using a lot of different things. I'm going to experiment a bit and I'm going to take you with me on that journey. Now I've got to give credit to a lady and I can't remember who it was and I can't find the video back. I saw something that inspired me to do this. If I still find the original video, I will link it in the description, but I've searched and I can't find the name. So I'm sorry about that, but it was inspired by someone else, and of course I'm going to give my own twist to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a variation on an inlay card. Now there's a lot of things in there because an inlay card is the first for me anyway, and this variation is going to make it even more complicated. So let's see if it's going to work. You never know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be making a background on this piece of paper. It's the Elizabeth Craft Design 300 grams soft finish cardstock. Then I'm going to use this die to cut out some pieces. I'm also going to use this die to cut these two pieces in half and divide it into a black half and a white half. This die comes from this set. So yeah, without any further ado, let's dive in and join in on the fun. In the end, I'm going to use the Master Layouts 2 from Gina to cut out the exact size of the frame. I've already cut out the matte layer and I've got a base card here, a top folding one. That will be the finished card. So, but first we need a background to die cut from. Now it was funny because I experiment quite a lot and I've got a big stash of different backgrounds, but of course the color scheme I want is not in there. So we're gonna make it again. So I'm gonna, again, since we're experimenting and trying something new, I'm going to be experimenting with the Elizabeth Craft Designs watercolor to make a background. I saw some ladies do that and I just thought, why not? I'm going to give it a go. So I've got a watercolor brush here. I'm going to open this up. And I've got some water here. Let me put that somewhere safe that I'm not going to throw that on my iPad. And I'm just going to grab some color and put that on my craft mat. Grab some greens, different colors of green. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to smoosh my card right into that. Some other brighter green. More of this one. And I'm just going to, put some green on there. Without any rhyme or reason, I'm just tapping it on there. Different colors of green because I want green. I'm going to cut out the leaves from it. So I want different variations of green in there. Okay, I'm going to take my water spray, spray it with water, spray my card a bit, and just smush it down. And lift. Oh, I like that. Do it again. Smush it down. Lift it up. That's pretty cool. Just going to use my fingers to help it along a bit. Now this is not watercolor paper, so I shouldn't be moving my finger on it too much because then you will get that it starts to peel a bit, but I'm going to use this paper to cut out the white piece as well, so I want that to be similar color. Okay, one more. And I'm going to leave that to dry. Well, not leave that to dry. I'm going to take my heat tool and dry that. And while I'm drying that, I'm gonna go back and add some more color to my craft sheet for a second dip. See me go, I'm multitasking. Yay! Nearly burning my paper though. Okay. Here I go, throwing things on the floor that I need later on. Right. This is nice and dry. Take my water spray. And press it down. Just pressing it down completely and lifting it up. Oh, I love this. Love this. Yeah, this is perfect. Perfect. It's got different colors of green in. That's exactly what I like. This is not completely dry yet, but I've got this idea now that I want some gold on there. So I'm going to take my watercolor brush. I've got a small palette of metallic watercolors here, and I'm just gonna take some of the gold here on my brush. Just work that in a bit more, and I'm going to splatter. This is a beautiful gold watercolor, and it just gives it a bit of sparkle, which I like. So splatter that on there. Okay, I've cleaned up my mess. Let me dry this further, because I want this to be completely dry before I die cut it. Look, beautiful black, beautiful background. So here is my Big Shot. My Big Shot fold away. Nice machine. I like this a lot. So I'm gonna die cut some bits out of that. So need my base plate, the shim for the thinlet dies, and a cutting plate. Now what I always tend to do is I cut into one plate, and the other one I use as a top plate, and this sort of saves your plates as well. And when I replace, it's only this one. Now to be honest, full disclosure, this is still my first plate since September, so that's quite good. Right, gonna put my piece of paper on there, and I'm gonna put this green or this beautiful leaf die on here and cut it out. And voila. Here we have a beautiful leaf. And the touch of gold, yeah, really does a lot. So I'm quickly gonna cut out another because, well, better safe than sorry. And you never know. And if all goes well with the first card, I can actually make two. And it's also nice because then we can choose which one is the best. And I like to have choices. Next, I need to figure out, so I'm gonna put them on there together. I'm not sure it'll cut through both, to be honest, but it could work. So, no, I want this. To be like this. Okay, put this on. Okay, now this one can go away. Did it cut through? No. I don't think it cut all the way through. Ooh, this is nice. But that was not the intention. So I'm gonna take the black piece out. I think it actually has cut through, which is good. I think if I would have used a thinner cardstock for the white, it would have cut out, but in this case, I used a thin or a thick 300 grams, and that didn't work. There we go. Now it should be fine. So now I've got a beautiful black and white foliage that I'm not going to throw away. I've got these little boxes here that I'm going to put them in and keep them for in my journal or in my planner as decoration. Now, what I need to do now, I need to cut it through. Here and there. Scary, right? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this to the side, and I'm going to put this to the side. And this is what I meant, that I've got two pieces. You see? I can make two cards, but for now I'm going to just put this in. This was the idea I had. I'm going to turn that around. And then I'm going to take some tape and tape this together. This is just some low-tech tape, nothing special, nothing fancy. I just want to make sure that this is all lined up and in there and sticks together. I'm gonna put the tape all over, just pressing everything down, making sure that tape is everywhere it should be. So nothing falls out. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out my Big Shot again. And take the Gina K Master Layouts 2 border, which has a very nice stitched edge. And then I'm going to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. There we go. I'm going to make sure that this goes, it touches the sides completely. So I'm gonna take a piece of tape and glue it on, or put it on here, just to make sure it doesn't move and it stays exactly where I want it to stay. There we go. Put my top plate on and take it through. I'm carefully going to pick up my tape. Tore it a little bit here, but nothing we can do about that now. And then it didn't cut through the sellotape. So I'm going to take my craft knife and just very lightly, because the basics are there. The base cut is done, so I don't have to put a lot of pressure on to cut through. There we go. Lovely. Love it. Okay, so that's going to go on the black matte layer and then on my card. but I want a sentiment on there. And this is where I am debating what to do. So I've got a couple of sentiments here. This one is too big, I think. Let me see. And tape off to you. So I just have happy birthday. I think that'll work. So I'm gonna get my Misty out. Now I've got this new tool which is for me very helpful because I'm very bad in positioning things on the card. Now this has a grid on it which is similar as the Misty. It's from Tailored Expressions. And that, what it does, I can just position my stamp, look at the lines that are on this, make sure it's straight, but it's see-through, so I can still, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna pick that up. Then I can take this off, put this one back in the corner. Then I need a bit of Post-it tape. But first I'm gonna ink up my stamp. And I'm gonna take my paper, take off the ink of that word I don't want. Then I'm gonna put a Post-it tape over it. And then I can go and press. So the to you is now taped off, so that will not put anything on my paper. That went well. And ink it up again. Just taping off the word I don't want on there. And press again. I love the Misty. It gives me a clear impression every single time. There we go. Okay, so this is now perfectly stamped. Love that. So I'm gonna assemble the card. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just quickly gonna take my trusted ATG gun and put this on the back, and I'm going to put a lot of adhesive on the back because I really want this to stay together the way we thought of it. Then I'm going to pick this up and line it out. I think I've got it nicely aligned. And then I'm going to put this on the card base, again using my ATG. There we go. That's better, David. Okay. So I've got a bit of a smudge here from the, I don't know from what, but there's a bit of a smudge. Clean that up using my mono sand eraser. Okay. Now the big question, am I gonna put on some bling? I've got several. Let me see. This is my bling case. There's a lot of things in there. Do I want, I like these. Yeah, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. So I know I want one here. I know I want one here. Like that. I always like to do odd numbers, so 3, 5. Not one. No, not one. One bling is no bling, right? There. There we have it. Here is the finished result. I like how this turned out, and I've got enough to make a second one, which I will, and I will show you that result as well. I might play around with that a bit, I don't know yet. But anyway, this is the card for today. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so yet, please consider to subscribe to my channel. That would really be helpful. All the supplies I'm using today are listed below in the description box. So if you want to order something that I use today, please click on one of these links. That's much appreciated. Thank you for watching this one, and I would love to welcome you back for the next one. Thank you. Bye.